Hey guys, Evil Panda here, and this is Chapter 5 Moors, and this is Part 3 to Moors' storyline.
So, just like that, John Aaron was dead.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid it's true. The royal seal in the missive was still unbroken when the Raven arrived.
That would mean that he passed shortly after I left King's Landing. I will pray to the Seven that his soul receives the welcome it deserves. He was a great man.
In his letter, he mentioned being wary of those around him. He feared for his life, and talked about enemies of the realm who were preparing to strike. A troubling coincidence. I'll wager it has something to do with the girl.
Who knows? In any case, he must have thought her very important.
Do you still hope to carry out your mission, Sir Donnelly?
Yes, I shall not betray my lord's last wish. I must finish carrying out his orders and find a safe place for the girl. Now that we have an idea of where she is, there is no need to trouble you any longer.
You underestimate the Mole's Town tunnels. They're quite a labyrinth for newcomers. You'll need my expertise.
I would also prefer one of us to accompany you. I'd rather know what's going on in the gift.
Very well. I have a host of men waiting south of Castle Black on the way towards Molestown. I hope to meet with them and gather any news before proceeding. Jared, my lieutenant, will have warned my men of our arrival.
I'm counting on you, Moors. Report to me when you've finished your mission.
We'll leave immediately. I just need to make sure of one last thing.
As you wish, sir.
Theomar! Dick! Lion! I shall accompany Sir Donnelly to Molestown. His camp is close by. I am counting on you to get there as soon as possible. You must ensure that peace is maintained in the gift.
Very well, Moors.
Let us ride, sir. It's a long way to Molestown.
I'm right behind you.
John Aaron, dead. I still can't believe it. That old fox was tougher than Valerian steel.
Yes, it's unfortunate news, but I won't let it interfere with the mission he assigned me. I think we're close. My men would have set up camp here.
Sir Donnelly, did everything go well in Castle Black?
All is well. As we had hoped, the Night's Watch is here to help us. I gave Sir Westford the missive I have here. He knows where to find the girl. What's going on here? Let me hear your report.
We were able to position some men here and scout the area. The region seems safe.
We're in Night's Watch territory. The lands are obviously well protected.
Of course, my lord. Jared passed this way. He took some men with him to scout the village south of here.
I never promised such a thing. Jared forgets who gives the orders here. I'll make sure to remind him in due time. We'll continue our journey, Sir Westford. Let's go towards Molestown, where we'll probably find Jared. Robot, stay in your position and await my return.
As you wish, sir.
You know something. Spill it before I scatter your teeth onto the floor.
Please, I beg you. I don't know what you're talking about. I swear. I'm but a simple traveling merchant.
Enough, Jared.
What? Oh. It's you, Sir Godric. This peasant refuses to answer my questions.
Leave him alone.
You can leave.
Very well, my lord. Thank you.
I haven't finished with him.
Yes, you have. No one tortures the people of the gift without good reason.
And you'll do what? Hang me, like you did my brother? Try it. I could use a laugh.
Sir Godric, silence your mongrel. We haven't time to waste.
Did you hear what he said, Jared? If I had wanted your help, I would have asked for it. Your behavior is disgraceful. But silence! Return to camp and await me there. Sir Westford, his behavior is unacceptable. I offer my most humble apologies.
Just make sure he doesn't delay us.
I'll keep an eye on him. How do you plan on finding the girl?
John Arryn's letter mentions the whores at the brothel. We'll start there.
Do you think they'll talk?
The Night's Watch is in charge around here. I've had a few dealings with the local madam before, when sworn brothers found their way to her establishment. If she knows something, I'll soon find out.
The hamlet seems tiny. We'll have gone through it in no time.
Don't let yourself be fooled. The Mole's Town is much bigger than it seems. More than 3/4 of the town is underground. The underground tunnels were dug by several generations of people. Living below the surface protects them from the cold. And in the midst of the tunnels is the whorehouse. I'm sure that's where we'll find the girl. This much was clear in the letter.
I see. So she's hidden among the whores. Few would think to look for her there. Lord John Arryn certainly was a diligent man.
Well, well, if it isn't the great Mors Westford, hero of Castle Black, what can I do for you, handsome? Why don't you join me in my chambers, and I'll show you what a real woman can do.
The day the wall collapses, I'll think about your proposition.
Charming as usual. So, what are you here for? Come to take your lost crows home? Walder brought in a new boy. I believe his name is Patrick. They're in the back. Do with him what you will. But no brawling in my establishment.
No, I'm not here for pleasure. I'm looking for a girl.
Then you're here for the same reason as everyone else. What is your pleasure? Fair hair? Brown hair? Dancers? A girl skilled with her tongue?
Tell me, Sybil, when was the last time a newcomer turned up at Molestown?
I don't know. Quite a while ago. Why?
Because I've heard that a girl recently arrived in town. A young woman fleeing.
What was she fleeing from?
The kind of danger that would force someone to hide out in a remote place like Molestown. Men who want to kill her at any cost, for instance.
And she meant to hide here until the world had forgotten about her?
That's right.
But what did she do?
I don't know. But I hope to find her before those other men do.
I would like to help you, but I'm afraid I've not seen your mystery girl. If a Southron girl had turned up, I think I would have known.
I never said she was Southron.
Oh, well, I just assumed that. Anyway, if you came here just to ask me foolish questions, I must request that you leave. I've a business to run.
Listen, Sybil. This girl is in considerable danger. I believe that the men chasing her may have been involved in the death of the King's Hand.
The King's Hand was assassinated? Moors, you must be joking.
When have you ever known me to be joking? If these people were powerful enough to assassinate the King's Hand, it won't be difficult for them to track her here.
Well, what would you do if you found her?
The King's Hand wanted this girl protected. I'm here to make sure that happens. I'm sure I can protect her better than you and your girls can.
Very well. I know that you're a man of honor. I hope I don't regret this decision. The girl's name is Jane Greystone. She's been hiding here for some time.
I thank you for your trust, Sybil. Now, where is the girl?
She's in one of my rooms, downstairs. Go down the stairs, turn left. It's the last door on the right. But don't you dare hurt her.
Don't worry. I'm here to protect her. Thank you for your help.
The room is empty. It looks like...
Her belongings are still in the room. She obviously left in a hurry. This trinket must be hers. Her perfume still clings to it. The trail is still fresh. It should be no problem finding her. The racket your man started in the village probably scared her away. Let's see what we can find.
Hey! Get out of here, filthy thing!
Why, it's Moors. I wasn't expecting to meet you here.
Would you shut up?
You've taken your vows so recently. Your words still hang in the air, Patrick.
Please, Moors, you know the Lord Commander turns a blind eye to this sort of thing. Just look at the poor bugger. All of your fellow watchmen are dead. You know how it is. He needs to pick up his spirits.
I can speak for myself, Alden. Moors, would you care to join in our discussion?
I cannot stay. Maybe next time.
It's up to you.
Get this dog out of my kitchen.
My dog picked up the scent of a woman who recently came through here.
She went that way. If you find her, tell her not to be running through my kitchen like that. Now off with you. I don't want trouble with the Night's Watch.
Be the night watch. Just a gang of thieves and brigands. That's all they are now.
Well, no one wants to take the oath anymore, do they? Just those that have escaped the noose. Fish, but your fish is rotten.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well then why don't you go buy some elsewhere, my friend? It's obvious you're not...
I'll search for it later.
What a fool. One day I'll get out of this shithole once and for all.
Have a good excuse ready. What did I do?
Fish is rotten. Oh yeah? Well then why don't you go buy some elsewhere, my...
Full of holes. Anyway, it shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'll search for it later.
What a fool. One day I'll get out of this shithole once and for all. Backstreet Southern one.
Aye, she looks good.
I thought the same, but won't find her. She's unavailable, according to...
And who was that girl? Another one of your mistresses?
You're crazy. I don't even know her. She just ran past me like a mad shoe.
I see you all have a good excuse ready. What did I do to the Seven to deserve such a husband?
May the stranger take me. May the stranger take me. A crow this far from its home?
It's the butcher. Mind yourself with that one.
Of course. But we could say this is our territory. We don't approve of strangers stomping around here.
Silence your tongue, Ben. You trying to get us killed? What should we do, my lord?
What are you doing here?
We're here on business. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Do you think you can easily fool me? I know. So spill your secrets before I make spill something else of yours.
Please, we're only carrying a few goods to help out our friends.
Smuggled goods. A girl came through here recently. Did you see her?
If a lass had come through here, we'd have noticed it, my lord. Sorry, we've seen nothing.
Consider yourself lucky this time around. If I catch you smuggling again, I won't be so lenient. Now, out of my way.
Listen to the Black Brother Bran. We will obey you.
Who was that girl?
You don't understand. But the Night's Watch take care of the land of the gift, right?
Yes, but then all we need to do is find what interests them.
We could always try selling them wilding trinkets.
That's always a great success with passing foreigners.
These are anything.
Those aren't men from the south. Yes, but the land of the gift.
There you are at last, young lady. You couldn't get much further anyway.
Is that her?
Yes. There's no doubt about it. The trail leads right to her.
Who are you?
I am Mors Westford, a ranger of the Night's Watch. The King's Hand sent us to find you.
The Night's Watch? The last time I crossed paths with one of you, he tried to steal from me.
You're the girl that craven deserter tried to steal from. He was no longer a brother of ours. He was a traitor to our order. And that was my dog that saved you from him back in the woods.
I thought I'd seen that animal before.
Enough. Sir Mors, you can leave us now. You have completed your mission and the Crown will show you its gratitude for this.
You aren't a member of the Night's Watch.
Indeed. This is Sir Godric Donnelly, Lord Arryn's emissary. He is responsible for your protection.
Come with me, Jane. I am here to take you to a safe place.
A safe place? I know Sir Donnelly. You don't look like him at all.
Stop with the games, little girl.
Go to hell, imposter!
Silence! Tell me, child. You say you know Sir Donnelly. Where and when did you last meet him?
At King's Landing, a little while before I left. It's because of him that I'm freezing up here. So yes, I do remember his face.
Be reasonable, Jane. Our Lord's last wishes were to take you to a safe place, which is exactly what I plan on doing.
Liar!
Something's rotten here. We'll return to Castle Black and figure out what to do.
I'm afraid not, Sir Westford. Do you intend on opposing my Lord's orders?
I know full well where my duty lies. This situation would not please the Lord Commander, and it doesn't please me either. Mormont will decide. This matter is closed.
Thank you, my lord.
I don't understand why you are being so stubborn, Sir Westford. I'm asking you one final time to allow me to leave with the girl. Return to the wall and report that your mission was a success.
My mission was to take this girl to safety. And I will. You can plead your case to the Lord Commander.
Very well. I was hoping it wouldn't have to come to this, but you leave me no choice. I won't allow anyone to get in my way. You are tougher than I imagined, Sir Westford, but you haven't heard the last of me. Bloodseekers, here! Kill the crow! Bring the girl back, dead or alive! I'll leave you to talk with my men. Resist if you will, but nothing will stop me from getting my hands on that girl.
Not as long as I live.
So be it.
Thank you, my lord. If it weren't for you, I would no longer be alive.
Follow me. Let's get out of this midden heap quickly before we get trapped here. That imposter thinks he can hide, but I'll hunt him down.
Moors!
Patrick, is all well?
These soldiers attacked me when I was leaving Sybil's place, but I gave them a taste of my steel. Do you have any idea what's going on here?
The man with me was an imposter, pretending to be Godric Donnelly, supposedly acting on behalf of the King's Hand. Be careful, Patrick. This brigand let his dogs loose on the Night's Watch.
And they are everywhere. Be careful!
Actually, I'm rather pleased you came to the brothel. But where is Walder?
Don't worry about him. The cheap wine they serve at the House knocked him right out. Considering the circumstances, I'd rather leave him in the Oar's capable hands. He'll be thanking the Seven when he wakes up.
7 hells. If we all get out of this mess alive, I'm going to have a talk with him.
What's going on, Moors? Why are these men attacking us?
Later. The enemy may be back any minute. We need to get to Castle Black. We'll be safer there.
Very well.
Thank you for what you've done, my lord. But I'd rather continue on alone.
That's out of the question. The Lord Commander would like to talk to you. Furthermore, my old friend John Arryn asked me to protect you, so you're staying with me. Anyway, I didn't ask for your opinion. You're either with us, or with them. And I won't let you die.
Since I have no choice, I suppose I'll go to the fortress with you.
Happy to hear it. Patrick, this Godric imposter still has soldiers with him. Their camp is located between Castle Black and us. We must be very careful.
What's the plan?
We have to get past them, but simply plowing through them without a plan would be risky. Our best chances lie in discreet observation. Watch over the girl, and I'll handle finding a way. When things turn nasty, I'll need you to remain by my side and defend the honor of the Night's Watch.
Understood, Moors.
Now, let's go, and be on the lookout for an enemy ambush, even within the village walls.
You want a boot in your face, proxy beast? Curse it, how? Get this flea-ridden mutt away from me!
Moors, Patrick, good to see you both still alive.
What are you still doing here? Did you see the man who was with me when I left Castle Black? The one who calls himself Godric?
Yeah, we saw him running towards the campsite. He seems to have been involved in quite a fight. He gave a few orders and left soon after.
How did you succeed in escaping without a scrape? You weren't attacked? Godric's men have been trying to kill all the brothers of the Night's Watch since we found the girl.
We immediately sensed something was off, so we left quickly before they realized we were fleeing. They were too preoccupied with you, my brother.
7 hells. Those damned curs buggered us well.
Lord Commander will be furious, no doubt.
We've left furrows of bodies behind us. How many more do we have left to cut down?
No idea.
A pity. Well, we need to get to Castle Black, and we could use your help.
Dick, Vayan, it's time!
What's the meaning of this?
My apologies, brothers, but the offer was too good to refuse. The so-called Godric has a fat purse. And frankly, Moors, I've had enough of freezing my arse off on this bloody wall.
That's all it takes? A handful of coins to turn your heads?
Traitors! My piss is worth more than your honor. Damn them to hell! Why would they turn on us like that?
The imposter corrupted them. They betrayed the Night's Watch, their own brothers.
Unimaginable.
I can only think of one thing that would cause all of this.
Don't look at me that way. I know nothing of this man except that he's not who he claims to be, which does not bode well for the real Godric.
We'll get to the bottom of this with the help of Mormont, as planned. We need to be twice as careful from now on.
If some of your companions are traitors, there may be others.
Perhaps. That's why we must reach the Lord Commander as soon as possible. I won't let the man responsible get away with this. It seems that our brothers died rich.
Those half-wits. Gold is as useless on the wall as a suit of armor is at sea.
Some filthy coward paid our brothers to turn their blades on us.
There you are, Moors. Methinks that the Lord Commander will be pleased to see you again. He's been watching for your return for a while now. Nice little trophy you have there. I can keep it warm for you.
Keep your thoughts to yourself, Grants.
I was only trying to be of service.
Moors, we were expecting you. I see you've found what you're looking for. Isn't Sir Godric with you?
No, Jaw. That vermin tried to kill me. He's an imposter.
What? Tell me. I need to know everything.
Yes, and without Patrick's help, we might not have made it back alive.
This man was carrying a letter signed by John Arryn himself. If we find out that he does indeed serve the King's hand...
I believe the girl. John Arryn would never have allowed his men to attack a sworn brother.
I hope you speak the truth, Moose. You said the imposter took flight. Do you know where he's gone?
He managed to cover his tracks, but I don't believe that he left the area. He seemed desperate to get rid of the girl. He will not stop until she is dead. Or until we stop him. But that's not the worst of it. This filth paid some of our own brothers to attack us.
What?
Attack us.
What?
I sent Theomar and 2 other men to the imposter's camp to ensure that no further misdeeds take place. I ran into them again on our return trip. That's when they attacked us. Apparently, our enemies had enough time to convince them to betray us as they guarded the camp.
Now that explains it. We arrested some of his men as they tarried in Castle Black without permission. I intended to deliver them to the Lord, so that he could punish them himself. The incident appeared harmless, but now I fear it might be more serious than it seemed. We must sort this out. Bring the prisoners. We found out that your commander masqueraded as someone else, so he could manipulate us and use the Night's Watch to further his own ends. A serious act, punishable by death. You are his accomplices, and will receive the same punishment.
We had no idea, my lord. We're just soldiers.
Do you take us for idiots? Why were you prowling around?
We were sent here to soften up the brothers of the Night's Watch.
Admit it. You were here to turn them.
Our master just wanted us to test the waters, to see if some of you would be willing to help us in exchange for your freedom. That's all.
I see. So you did indeed have a hand in these vile acts. Whatever his crimes, a man may choose to be punished, or may take the black.
I agree, Morse. Even in the midst of such an ordeal, we must uphold the interests of our brotherhood. Do any of you prefer death to taking the black? Very well. Bring our new recruits to their quarters.
These reinforcements will be a necessity during this troubled time.
Other brothers were corrupted. It's now certain. Some have already fallen by your hand, but how many still remain? The imposter continues to roam our lands, and we cannot even trust our own men.